This video will focus on one particular way of correcting run-on sentences, which is to link two sentences together by placing the words and, but, or, and so in between the two sentences. This video is part 3 in my series on correcting run-on sentences, so before you watch this video, make sure that you watch both part 1, identifying run-on sentences, and part 2, dividing run-on sentences. Also, if you're watching this as part of a module in Canvas, make sure that you've completed the quizzes for those first 2 videos as well. We'll start with a very quick review of that first video. Here's the definition we looked at. Remember, run-on sentences occur when 2 or more sentences are written as one sentence. In order to correct a run-on sentence, we often divide it into separate sentences. One other way to correct a run-on sentence is to link sentences by placing the words and, but, or, and so between 2 sentences, and that's what we're talking about in this video. Now let's talk more specifically about how to link sentences with and, but, or, and so. Here's the takeaway for this lesson. Run-on sentences may be corrected by linking 2 sentences together by simply placing the words and, but, or, and so between 2 sentences. You must also place a comma immediately before these words if they join 2 sentences together. Using these words to link sentences also has the added benefit of providing some extra information for your readers that can serve as signals to your readers about how the ideas you're writing about are related. This makes your writing easier for your readers to understand and follow, and your readers will be more likely to continue reading what you've written. For example, but shows that 2 sentences express opposite ideas, or expresses that 2 sentences talk about 2 choices. So means that 2 sentences express a cause and effect relationship, and expresses that ideas in the 2 sentences are of equal importance. Next, we'll look at examples of how these 4 words are used. Here's our first example. Pause the video for a moment and try to determine if or not this is a run-on sentence. If it is, try to figure out how to correct it. You should have identified can ride and can take as the verbs and you as the subject for both of these verbs. Since we have 2 subject-verb combinations here, this is a run-on sentence, and we only have a comma in between the 2 complete sentences, which is incorrect. Looking at step 3, we don't have a word that connects these 2 sentences, but we can use one of the 4 words we're studying in this video to connect these 2 sentences. Since these 2 sentences are expressing 2 choices, getting a ride or taking the train, the word or would do a good job of linking these 2 sentences, with a corrected sentence looking like this. Or is placed in between the 2 sentences, and we also place a comma before or. Now let's look at another one. Again, pause the video for a moment and follow the steps to figure out if this is a run-on sentence. You should have identified is and ask as the verbs. Harlan is the subject for the verb is. The second sentence expresses a command. This type of sentence is called an imperative sentence, and in these types of sentences, the subject is usually left out. So this is a run-on sentence. We can also link these 2 sentences with one of the words we're studying here. And because these 2 sentences express a cause and effect relationship, because Harlan is being busy is what causes the request that he be asked to do the report next week, the word so is the best one to use. So is placed in between the 2 sentences, and we also place a comma before so. Here's one last example. Again, pause the video and try to work through it. There are 2 verbs here, and 1 subject for each of the verbs, so this is also a run-on sentence. These sentences express opposites because one would expect that a well-qualified person would get the job, so the best option to correct them is by using the word but. Here's the correction. Again, but is placed between the 2 sentences and a comma goes right before it. This concludes part 3 of this lesson. If you're viewing this as part of a module in Canvas, click on Take the Quiz below the video to get some more practice with linking run-on sentences. If you're having trouble with the quiz items, make sure to watch the video again. If you still have trouble, contact me to get some extra help.